Hey guys, Jamie Grace here. Welcome to my channel. I have done a lot of these sit down talking videos. We've talked about everything from dating to engagement to friendships to emotional stuff, spiritual stuff, but I realized I'd actually never talked about anything with weight or fitness or health. And I don't think as a YouTuber or a human in general, you have to share every aspect of your life, but it is something that I was kind of like, oh, I've never talked about this. Why not share it? There are two things from my childhood that I try to emulate in my adult life. One of those is my health and nutrition. So my mom was not like strict in a mean way, but she was very intentional about the food pyramid. My sister and I always had like a good amount of vegetables and fruit in our diet. We didn't eat a lot of sugar. I don't personally like sugar. I didn't have a soda till I was almost a teenager. So I've taken a lot of that into my adulthood. And the second thing is the confidence to just try anything new and to go out and have fun. I was always the first one to say, Mom, I want to try this. Mom, I want to try that. And if she and my dad can make it happen, they would make it happen for Morgan and I. And I really tried to implement that confidence and that like hope that I had as a child in my adulthood. I first became excited about fitness when I saw Dominique Moceanu compete in the 1996 Olympics. I thought it was the most amazing thing in the world and I wanted to be a gymnast. Throughout my childhood, I did gymnastics, ice skating, hip hop, ballet. I also played soccer my senior year of high school, and I was also in like a pretty prestigious choir called the Atlanta Youth Choir, which I know that's not athletic and sport related at all, but all of those things, I believe with the exception of ice skating, I had to quit each of those things because I have Tourette syndrome, OCD, ADHD, and anxiety, and it was so severe when I was a kid that it prevented me from moving forward with any of the activities and sports that I wanted to do. So I was this very hopeful, energetic, eager to try new things little girl that kept getting kicked down over and over again because my body just could not handle the athletic adventures that I was trying to go on. Oftentimes when I was experiencing pain, I would go for a run. Our church had this huge field in the front, and so I would go and run. And as I got sicker, I couldn't even do my runs anymore. So I remember the confidence and the joy that I had in anything physical quickly became humiliating and annoying and frustrating. And for the most part, I wasn't physically capable of doing it because of my health, so I just steered away from it in general. As I got a little bit older, I unfortunately faced what a lot of young women face, which was the general insecurity of my body and the way I looked. A lot of the girls that I was around were a lot skinnier than I was, so that made me feel insecure. This has nothing to do with health and fitness, but a lot of them, their hair was longer than mine, and so that also made me feel insecure, which that might seem unrelated, but if you are a girl out there that's anything like me, then you get that all of this stuff plays a part in the way that you see yourself overall. It can play a part in the way that you value yourself and the way that you even love yourself. And so this little girl that was very passionate and excited and joyful quickly became very insecure about so many things. And then when I was like in high school, I remember like going from my church being like, oh, she's got hips now. And I was so embarrassed and uncomfortable, especially considering a lot of the other girls that I was around were really skinny and didn't have that. And so I was like, is there something wrong with me? Like, what's wrong with my body? Why don't I fit in? Why am I not like everyone else? So my senior year of high school, I tried to play soccer. It didn't work out for very, very long because of my health. But I remember that was kind of my last like try at something where I was just like, maybe if I just try again, I can start to feel confident. I can find something that makes me feel like, you know, I'm doing something right. During all this time, I was doing YouTube, by the way, which gave me this secret confidence. It was like I was building this confidence through YouTube and through videos and through making friends and building connections online. But in real life, I was struggling with all of these insecurities, and I could not find the comfort in liking the way I looked. I just couldn't find it. So then we hit college, and I went to a really small school, so most of the freshman girls in my dorm were also soccer, volleyball, and basketball players. Some of the nicest girls, they always included me and stuff, but I remember seeing them and thinking, whoa, they're really fit, they're really athletic, my body doesn't look anything like theirs. So I started working out, but I was working out for the wrong reasons. I was working out just to fit in with them. I wasn't good enough to actually make the soccer team. I was the videographer, which I do laugh about. I do think it's funny, but deep down there was always something in me that thought, you're not even good enough to play with them. Like your body's not even strong enough. And I continued to deal with that insecurity. Simultaneously, I had started working, and someone that I worked with and really trusted, a guy who was older, was making comments about my hips and saying that I should show them off more, which made me very uncomfortable. So I was dealing with like wanting to like fit in with the girls at school over here, and then over here being told, no, you should show off the body you already have more. And I was just like, what? I'm not. No, just, no, go away. So I graduated from college in 2012. I would work out from here and there when I was like on tour, you know, I'm like on stage moving around. Occasionally I would go to a gym after a show, but it never really was a part of my life and I never really cared. I think at this point I really just given up and just said, my body's my body. It's not that I liked it. I was just like, fine, who cares? I'm a singer, bye. 2015 and 2016 were two of the most difficult years of my entire life. I went through so many things emotionally and I ended up moving out of my parents' house. I lived alone for a while before, but I ended up moving out again and just secluding myself from everyone and being by myself and just not wanting to be around anyone because I really just needed to change some things. So fun fact, when you live alone or when you're home alone, you might know this, that you don't always dress the way you would dress if you had guests over or if you had other people living in the home with you. So oftentimes when I was just at home by myself, I'd catch myself in the mirror and I'm just like, ugh. Crazy enough, I was in counseling at the time for something oh, that's my chair. I was in counseling at the time for something totally unrelated, but it was gradually building some self-confidence and helping me through some insecurities from some really difficult things that I was going through. I honestly believe that it was that and the prayer of my family and the encouragement from my family, because honestly guys, I would gradually over months, it took a while, but over the course of a few months when I would see myself just walking through the house, it went from to and then gradually it kind of turned into like a okay, that's fine. I went from this state of frustration to a state of apathy to a state of maybe I don't hate my body. Maybe I can learn to love this girl just the way that she is. I started to get excited about who I was and the potential of who I could become. And it was no longer about trying to fit in with the girls from college or fit in with the girls from middle or high school or to look right for the people that said I needed to look a certain way. It was really just about me learning to love myself. And I started to get that joy and that excitement and hope back that I had when I was a little girl of trying new things and doing something new to build confidence and to have fun. And I joined a rock climbing gym and it was amazing. Then I joined another gym like by my house and I started training for a marathon that I didn't do, but that's another story. I realized that I could be that kid again. I could find that excitement again in doing something that I had never done before and learning something new. And I started trying weight machines. I had never tried a weight machine until like 3 years ago, which maybe some of you guys haven't either. And you know, use at your own risk, be careful. But they were like really cool and stuff. And I got really into them and I realized I could blast my music and just have a good time. Back in like 2013, I was living in an apartment in Nashville and I remember I did like 5 or 6 miles on a treadmill and the next day at the studio I just was really proud of that, and so I told some people in the studio. I remember the reaction adding so much pressure. I felt like now I had to do that like every night, and all of a sudden I just stopped telling people when I went to the gym because I was like, oh no, now people think I'm like athletic. I can't do this anymore. But this time, 2015-16, when I was rock climbing, when I joined a gym, I wasn't telling anybody like about what I was doing and about my progress. It was a personal thing, and gradually I started to tell my sister and she was kind of holding me accountable, my mom too. And it was a really great experience for me to do something for myself that built my own confidence, and I had so much fun doing it. Then in 2017, we moved to Los Angeles, California, and I joined a kickboxing gym. So that's what I did for most of 2017. Shout out to Diesel and Holly for keeping me in shape. It made me feel really special because I'm the granddaughter of a former boxer, so it made me feel like I was like holding up a family legacy and doing something cool. I will say that I can't punch that well with this hand, but my right hook is pretty good. Two of the major things from my childhood. One was eating well and focusing on nutrition. That's just kind of been something that I've always kind of geeked out over. I mean, I love pizza, but I'm kind of a crazy person when it comes to kale and salmon. It's like two of my best friends. But working out and fitness, I had so many weird intentions for it for so long. So many times it was because I wanted to look like someone else, or because I wanted to impress someone, or because I wanted my body to be better. But now it really is about just like staying alive and having fun and building my self-confidence. And those are things that I sometimes have to remind myself of more often than I prefer to, and more often than I'd like to admit to. But it's an incredible journey and experience when you know that you're really doing something for yourself and because you love it. And it's just it's really great. Now that I'm married, I get to learn so many more things about fitness because I just so happen to marry a guy that's like very fitness oriented. I mean, like 20 something years of every sport you can imagine. So that's been really cool to now try, like, I guess they're called free weights, the ones that aren't connected to a machine. I like never touched one of those cause no, but it's been so much fun to try that and to show him some of my kickboxing stuff. And I've made him go to like some dance classes with me, which he's way better at those classes than I am, which is embarrassing, but it's still fun. It's a constant learning experience for me to not compare myself to other people and to know that my body won't be like hers, my body won't be like yours, your body won't be like mine, your body won't be like his or hers. To know that we're all like, as we are in this present moment, if we were to just look in the mirror, just 100% all natural, like that we are so loved and that this body and who we are is who we're created to be. And it's okay if you want to work hard and continue to like be the best version of yourself. I know I say that phrase a lot. That's a beautiful thing and an amazing thing. But ultimately, like loving yourself as you are right now is like the best. It's the best. Somewhere around like 2012, I think, I hired a personal trainer for like a day, and she like works with celebrities. So she came to my house and we did a session together. I do have asthma, so I had my inhaler. I will admit that I did blame having to cut our session short on my inhaler, which I do have to use it sometimes, but I didn't need it in that time because honestly, her body, like she was very ripped and I was very insecure and I was not ready emotionally, and I couldn't do it. I just wasn't ready. Do what makes sense for you, have fun, stay healthy, get an accountability partner. Ultimately, love yourself as you are. You're beautiful, you're incredible. I can't even see you and I just know it. If you'd like to hear me go even more in depth about all this stuff, you can listen to it on my podcast, Wait It Out, Dating, Relationships, and Other Things Worth Waiting For. I did an episode called Waiting on the Summer Body That Won't Show Up. Info is in the description box below. Anyways, that's all I've got for you guys. So click on the screen to subscribe, check out more songs and stuff. I mean, not more, more. Okay, bye. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have any random questions that you want me to make a video about, leave it in the comments below. Thank you. I said that already. I love you so much. I'll see you soon. I miss you already. Bye.